Oh, let me get the lights going. Bam. Here we go. Welcome, everybody. And we are live Thursday night for Implosion. I'm your boy, the Veep, in the building. Thank you for joining me tonight. Okay. Is it me or is January just passing by quickly? I mean, next week is February. That mind blown. But anyway, we're here. We're here to do something awesome, which is, for those who don't know, Implosion is a podcast where we like to talk to artists, important people, just people in general who've been through some things in life and would like to share how they got through these things in life. But most of all, to encourage you from the power within. All right, so tonight is no different. We have a young lady who is a part of the Blast podcast team. She is the co-host of Tea Time Podcast, and she is actually if I'm correct, R&B artist, but she will clear all that up. Hello, Shay. Welcome. She will clear that up, and we're going to know the truth about my homie, Xarii. So let me bring her in. Hey, Xarii, welcome to the show. Welcome.
Hey.
So how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. I am good. Ignore my fan in the back. I happen to have a wall unit AC that's not working, so we got to have some kind of way to keep things cool in here. So got the little fan going. I'm thankful for you to come hang out with me for a little bit, but most of all for everyone to know about you instead of you being the co-host of Tea Time Podcast, but also to know a little bit about you. So could you do this for me? Could you let everybody know who you are, where you're from, and who is Xarii or Ari?
Well, my name's Ari. I'm residing in Kentucky, but that's not where I was born, but that's not really what matters. But basically what I'm about and what I do is I do pop and R&B, and I've wanted to do this since I was basically really little, and I'm only 23, so I have a long way to go. So a lot more years ahead of me. So I'm just dipping my feet in right now. I've been doing this for only 2 years, so I've a lot more projects to put out. But R&B and pop is mostly my style.
Gotcha.
So,
do you have any key artists that that you really look up to?
well, I mean, obviously we have Rihanna and Ariana and Dua Lipa and Selena Gomez, and yeah, basically those are my top.
Okay. Have you had the opportunity to do any shows yet, or is everything just right now learning your craft and going into the studio and stuff like that?
Well, basically just going into the studio for now. I do have an upcoming performance on February 11th
Okay.
at the Alexis Park Resort 2024 Super Bowl weekend. So really excited for that. So I'm going
Nice.
to be performing my single Dumb. So that's going to be great. I'm really excited for that.
Awesome. Okay. So can you share a story about a song you wrote that has a deep meaning or personal connection that might not be immediately apparent to your listeners?
Well, Dumb is actually about an abusive relationship that I was in. And that was just obviously a very horrible experience for me. And that's about all the red flags and me thinking that was the perfect person for me, when in reality, I was just blinded by what I thought was love. And basically, I was dumb in the moment. So that's what the song is about. Not realizing that the person that I thought was perfect actually isn't who I painted them to be.
Wow.
So.
Wow, that's a powerful revelation to bring. I give you kudos for that. So, what's a personal mantra or piece of advice that keeps you going when you face, with challenges in the music industry?
Well, I think this goes for not only the music industry, but like everything, just like anything is possible. Like, even if you get stumped, like, honestly, doing the process, like, Shay and I produce the music ourselves unless we purchase a beat. So
Hmm.
we normally do all the mixing and mastering and recording ourselves, like in-house.
Hmm.
So what I've realized is that it's a lot more complicated to do ourselves. So I'm just like, but it takes more time than I've realized. I'm just like, well, you have to do what you have to do, but anything is possible as long as you put your mind to it.
This is true.
So that's how, like, if I get stumped, I'm like, okay, I put out an EP before. I know I could do it. Like, I just need to stop stressing out about it. So you could do anything that you put your mind to because anything is possible. So
Right.
that's what I go by, not just with music, but with everything.
Understood. Would you consider yourself a perfectionist when you're writing the songs as well as being in the studio?
Yes. With writing the songs, all the lyrics just like flow out of my mind, like onto the paper or like into my notes app.
Hmm.
But some of them don't necessarily have to rhyme, but some do. And I am a perfectionist while like listening and recording, and I hate listening to my own voice. So it's really hard for me. So I'm
Hmm.
like, oh, this has to sound right, or I won't be able to listen to it because if I don't want to listen to it, I don't want somebody else to listen to it
Mm.
because I don't want to know like if it's trash. So I'm like, okay, I gotta fix it. So I'm having a little bit of a problem with that right now. So I'm like, I gotta fix it. Because
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's what do they call that? Is it like like it's a creative block or something like that? You battle with.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. So when you create a lot of your songs, what do you base it off of? Like you just said that Dumb was based off of a red flag that you ignored. Do you create all your songs based on experience?
Yes, I do. And sometimes I listen to a beat and I'm like, oh, this is what I could put in here. Like I've been through, even though I'm 23, I've been through a lot of things already. So
Hmm.
I'm like, I can just stick that in there. Or if it's something I haven't talked about, I'm like, oh, I can just like throw that in there. Like with my song again, that's basically saying I never want to fall in love again because
Hmm.
like not just necessarily not just the red flags again, but like people can be toxic, you know?
Yeah, very much so. Unfortunately. So let's imagine your emotions as different instruments in a song. What instruments would represent joy, sadness, excitement, and why is that?
Joy would probably be piano. I mean, when I was younger, I used to play piano when I was living at my grandparents' house, and that was really fun for me at the time. So I would associate that with joy. Um, Sadness, probably violin, because, you know,
Hmm.
always got that symphony going on. It just makes me feel sad. Like Young and Beautiful by Lana Del Rey. All that. No. But and then excitement probably drums because you can get hype. Like you can go fast, you can build up. That's
Right.
fun.
Okay. All right. I definitely like those options. So I'll tell you what we'll do. All right, we'll go ahead and play one of your songs, and so that the audience can more or less hear a little bit about you, and then we'll come back and talk about that song. So we're going to go ahead and play again, and this is by Xarii. So let's check it out.
Suffocating me, that's why I had trouble breathing. Stop me in my back, cause me while I was bleeding. Confronted you about something, said you wasn't cheating. Don't even know why you were worth believing. I knew that I deserved better, but something made me stay. It wasn't just your boastfulness that got me from running away. I thought I could help you, but God knows it was too late. Too late. Again, I never wanna fall in love again. But if I end up doing it, I'll make sure it's not like the last one again. I'm really not sorry for leaving, but it's for a good reason. I never wanna feel like this again. Never again. I really wanted you, but you were not about it. I never wanna fall in love again, but if I end up doing it, I'll make sure it's not like the last one again. I'm really not sorry for leaving, but it's for a good reason. I never wanna feel like this again, never again.
Alrighty, and that was Again by Xarii. So Xarii, tell us about Again, and what was your inspiration for writing that song?
Well, at that time, I had just gotten out of a really bad relationship, and I was like, I never want to deal with another dude ever again. I never want to fall in love, because if it's going to be like this again, obviously I never want to go through that. So I was like, screw dudes, screw screw just like basically everybody, because I was like, I just want to be alone. So like, and he said I was toxic, but like, he's the one that started everything. So like, how are you gonna tell me that I'm the problem when you're the one that's basically like, I'm the one questioning everything, and you're the one basically like doing nothing when I'm doing everything. Like, I'm doing 100% and you're doing 0.
Right.
Like, this is a relationship where I literally gave everything up to this person. Like, let them use my materials, like my car. Like, don't ask me why I did that. Don't know. Like, I was in love, okay? Love makes you do crazy stuff, okay?
Most definitely.
That's why I never want to do that shit again. That's why I said that.
No, I got
like, why?
No, I got you.
I've learned my lesson. That stand my ground, not let people walk all over me. So I've learned.
That's unfortunate that happened to you. I hate to hear these things happen, but that unfortunately is a part of life. That's what either can help make or break a person, unfortunately. But hopefully you're able to use that to your advantage.
I have a habit of wanting to fix people that are broken. So that's the problem. I can't help it. I'm just like I'm a helper. So
Well, I'm gonna say there's nothing wrong with being a helper, but of course, we do need to pay attention to the red flags and the warning signs. So, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that
Yeah.
happen to you. If your music could convey one message to the world, what would it be, and why is that message so important to you?
Well, everybody's going through something. Everybody's, healing from something. So I feel like it's always important for someone out there to at least have a similar experience so they know, like, basically they're not alone. So
Right.
by me telling my story, if someone has a similar experience, because I know people that have been with the person that I was with, I've talked to them and
Mm,
like they have the same experience. So I'm like, okay, well, if this has happened to other people, not necessarily with this person I was with, then
mhm.
I could, shine a light and help people get through these things. Like, even though I'm basically trashing love in some of the songs, I mean, I'm just putting out how I feel. So
Mhm.
sometimes music is a way of expressing things that you can't really say outright to some people or people in your circle because, like, can't really get judged for it if you, like, put it out there. I mean,
No,
you
I agree.
can, but, you
Well,
know.
let me ask you this. Do you believe if someone that goes through hardship, learning things in life the hard way, would be the best advocate to help those that are going through something on how to get out of it? Would that be the type of path you would like to lead for those being challenged?
Yeah, I would love like, yeah. I love
Mm,
helping people, and I always want to, like, I'm always wanting to be everybody's friend, and you can't be everybody's friend, okay? So that's the problem that I have. So I'm like, "Hey, I wanna, be your friend."
mhm.
And, that doesn't always work out because they're friends with other people that you're friends with. And then you start talking to them and you're like, oh, I don't want to be friends with you anymore. So it's just like
Mm,
a whole, thing.
right.
So, I don't know.
Mm. It is a slippery
Just
slope. Yeah.
like, it really is.
There will come a point, like you said, you're young, you have your whole life ahead of you. There's a lot you can learn. One thing I can give you from someone that's been around a while, you're going to get to a point to where you just don't give a you know what. And you will choose people that you'll love them regardless of their flaws. And then there will be some that you could care less if they disappear. And it's not necessarily a malice. You just don't have the energy to keep up with caring for everyone that doesn't care about you. So really, really invest in those that are willing to invest time, their money, their presence with you. Those are the ones that are worth spending hours and talking to them and even building, you know. Um, I could tell you there'll be people that you may never physically meet that will be closer to you than those that you've actually touched. And I could say that from experience with the people in my company. So, you know, of course, guard your heart, but at the same token, don't be afraid to be vulnerable when it's the right person. And that's in friendships or relationships, period. So I could definitely pass that on to you. Let me ask you this. What is the most surprising thing you discovered about yourself through music?
Well, that I'm basically free to say whatever I want and nobody can judge me. Like, I can't go into the other room and say, hey, da 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 this, or like basically like say, this is, not this is trash, or like this is this, basically not berate something, or like
Mhm,
basically I can say whatever I want because it's mine.
mhm.
So nobody can take that away from me. So like freedom of speech, kind of, you know,
Right.
I don't know, basically. So it's
So
more
you
powerful to me.
okay? You've learned your freedom of speech, that you can say what you can say and mean it. Gotcha. Okay, I'm cool. Has there been an opportunity of a behind the scenes moment from your career that made you go, I can't believe this is happening to me? Has there been one of those yet?
Well, I mean, my big first performance that I'm doing in Vegas, I was like, well, I didn't think I was going to be able to do this.
Mm-hmm.
But then like, who knows who I'm going to meet, you know? So maybe that's my next one. So I got plans. I got things I got to do.
No doubt. I appreciate the fact that you have that kind of expectancy and that zeal to go forward. So that right there, I would constantly want to fan that to like have you just soar. And I really do hope you're successful in every aspect. I can tell you this: everything comes in waves, and there was a period of time for 2 years we were just grinding to try to let people know who we were. And my first wave was when we got nominated at the ISSA Awards in Atlanta. We didn't win, which is fine, but the power of networking, I met people pretty much all over, and I built relationships, and that took us up a level. And then another wave happened, which is what's happening with all of our podcasts now. We've been growing. So like you guys joined on and others. So I'm just seeing everything as, a pattern, but just stay consistent, keep doing your part, stay focused, and you will be surprised how many awesome things will happen. So what is a misconception that people often have about you as an artist that you would like to set straight?
Well, it's hard for me sometimes to like separate the art from the artist, because I'm such a perfectionist in every area like of my life, except for sometimes I can get a little messy. But that's not the point. But some people can like think I'm like pretty standoffish, or like maybe like mean in my lyrics per se, but like, I don't know what to tell you. You haven't met me, so you don't know me yet. But a lot of people have come up to me and be like, I thought you were like super mean. I'm like, who told you that? I don't know who you've been talking to, but it ain't me. It ain't me, that's for sure. Like, I do have an attitude, but like, it's because I know who I am, so I know what's going on.
Gotcha. So if you don't mind, what did you mean by things could get messy?
Oh, me, personally, me being messy.
Oh,
just my room, my personal things. I'm not a messy person. Don't worry about me. I don't like drama. I don't do all that mess.
No, I hear you. I am with you on that. So what I'm going to do, Ari, is I'm going to go ahead and play our Blast Artist Spotlight. And for those that don't know, we always take a time to expose our Blast artists to the public. And tonight, this is one of our artists. Her name is Lily Lorraine, and this song is called Be Like Me. So let's check it out.
You can steal my pictures, try and use my name, acting tall just like me, but you'll never be the same. Looking in the mirror, not liking what you see. Why would you sit here and lose your identity? So go and waste your day. Throw all your time away. You'll never get too far. No one will hear what you say. It's so sad to see you waste your energy instead of being you. You try to be like me. Try to be like me, me. Try to be like me. You try to be like me. Try to be like me. You're looking so dumb and acting such a fool. I would have lifted you up. Instead you have no clue. Looking in the mirror, not liking what you see. Why would you sit here and lose your identity? So go and waste your day. Throw all your time away. You'll never get too far. No one will hear what you say. It's so sad to see you waste your energy instead of being you. You try to be like me. Try to be like me. Try to be like me. You try to be like me. 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 You try to be like me. Try to be like me.
What's good, family? Veep is in the building. I got something for you. For who? The fans. The Ultimate Fan Registration. Go ahead and fill out that form. Go ahead and hit submit, and you'll have access to all the Blast artists and all the Blast music you can consume. Go ahead and click your favorite artist's bio, and you'll have all the songs that you can listen, you can vote, you can like, but most of all, you can add to the Blast playlist. And to access that, you're going to go to the fan dashboard. And in that dashboard, you'll be able to see all the artists that you follow, the songs and images and videos that you liked, but most of all, the playlist, the Blast Unlimited playlist. Player. I'm telling you, Blast is doing it for you. Who? The fans. Blast. Changing the industry one artist at a time. That's right. If you go to blastmusic247.com, you can register as a fan with the unlimited fan registration. And you'll have access to following the artist you like, as well as liking, voting, and even adding to the playlist. And in this playlist, you'll have an actual player in your fan dashboard where you can just play all the songs that you like in one spot. So definitely go to blastmusic247.com. Blast, changing the industry one artist at a time. Alrighty. So also, in the artist that was Lily Lorraine with Be Like Me. What'd you think about that song, Ari?
I was vibing.
You
I
are?
was vibing. It was nice. Yes, I liked it.
Yeah, Lily is awesome. I haven't seen what's up with her. I got to reach out to her to see what's going on. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some little questions, and these I did not give you. This is my fault. These are just, icebreakers. So if you were a superhero, what would your superpower be, and why did you pick something so impractical?
Well, I mean, obviously, I want to be like invisible because you can do everything. Like you could even shoplift. Not that I do that, but you know what I'm saying. You could do anything.
Just saying that option is there. Got it.
What are they gonna do? Just like get it out of thin air? Like that's weird. Like no. Like you can do anything. I don't know. Can't
Okay.
even see your eyes, you know, so you're fine.
So let me ask you: Did you ever play Truth or Dare back in the days?
I did, but honestly, not with as many people as I'd like.
Do you remember the most ridiculous thing that you've done for a dare?
Honestly, probably streaking, but that's it.
Been there, done that.
That's probably the worst. That's probably the only bad one.
Got it. If you could swap lives with any fictional character for a day, who would it be, and why would you choose someone who probably has it worse off than you? These questions are off the chain.
I just had the worst. Well, the weirdest answer pop into my head. Like you said, fictional character, like written or a movie.
Oh, I guess it's whomever. Let me know about the character.
And you said worse off than me?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. The only person that I could think of was probably Greg Heffley.
Okay.
From Diary of a Wimpy Kid, because I've never been I'm the oldest child.
Okay.
I got to torture. Well, I was tortured a little bit by my younger siblings, but I got to do most of it. So maybe he was worse off than I was. So maybe I'd like to switch, places to be a younger sibling one day in my life. I guess we could take a Greg Heffley for that one.
That was a good answer, actually.
Plus, he writes in the diary, so.
I've never actually read that series, but my kids did. So that's why I was like, oh, okay. Diary of a Wimpy Kid. If your life had a soundtrack, what would the main theme song be? And why, of course.
Well, I would say probably, personally, Frick Park Market by Mac Miller, because that's my favorite song, but probably just that song. Because, like he said, don't call me Malcolm if you didn't know me then. So don't call me my middle name if you didn't know me then. Because I go by Ari, and a lot of people know me by my middle name or my first name. And everybody calls me either or, and I'm like, that ain't me anymore. So, yeah. Don't call me that if you didn't know me then.
Good evening, Mike. Okay. All right. So what we'll do now, Ari, is we're going to go ahead and play your other song. Ladies and gentlemen, this song is called Dumb. We did create the visualizer for her, so this isn't her official video, but this is Ari with Dumb. Let's check it out.
For you for quite a long time. I changed my whole life to make it first in line. I did everything I didn't have to for you, it's true. Nobody knew what I saw in you. Everyone else saw you as a loser, but I knew you were so much better and capable of so much more. But I was blind. Thought this was love, but the way you treated me before explaining I didn't consider your feelings, but that's all I ever did. You always told me you didn't care when I said something. You always say you were the man, and you can't control me, but I can't control you. So who am I to give a fuck when you could get less? Yeah, but I was blinded. I thought this was love, but the way you treated me before me denied what this was. When we became us, it wasn't enough. 'Cause all the shit that you did to me was 'cause you were hurting, but it never the excuses. I was dumb. But I was blinded. I thought this was love, but the way you treated me before me denied what this was. When we became us, it wasn't enough. 'Cause all the shit that you did to me was 'cause you were hurting, but it never the excuses. I was dumb.
Very nice. I know you didn't see this. This was during the song's playing, but Mike said beautiful voice.
Thank you.
I've definitely seen the progression as far as the improvement of your songs, and Dumb, you definitely stepped up a notch. So good job. Great job.
Thank you.
How many takes did it take you to finish Dumb?
Honestly, okay, so that wasn't my first EP. So that one and my song Let Me Down probably did 1 or 2 takes, because sometimes I can do them in 1 or 2 takes. It just depends on what day it is.
Mhm.
So if I just get in there and do what I need to do, then I'll be good. And then all I have to do is edit. But that took about 1 or 2 takes because I was on my grind. I need to get back on that, but yeah,
That's
about
what's
1 or
up.
2.
Do you have a bunch of songs already pre-written that you haven't put down yet?
I have this problem where I continue to write, but I stop working on the music that I'm recording, and I'm like, I gotta start writing stuff down. So I have like beats that I want to purchase and that I already have like made, and I already have like about like 5 albums written that I already have ready to go when I get to do them. So I
Mhm.
just need to start getting them going because I have so much to do.
No, I understand that. So tell us a little bit of what Tea Time podcast is about for those that don't know you guys, and definitely where people can find you guys after that.
Well, Tea Time, we basically do pop culture, hot topics, and our lives and Reddit stories. Basically, anything that we want to talk about and anything that's hot and a topic. So, but yeah. And you can find us on Instagram or TikTok. I mean, I need to start posting some more. I suck at the media because I am a dinosaur. I don't know what happened in my lives, but I'm terrible with technology. Like
Really?
I've I failed computer class 3 times, so I don't know what's wrong with me. So I'm just not techno.
Mm-hmm.
So
Not
you can imagine how hard it is for me to do the music stuff. It's so much worse. So I'm like, oh, I got to figure stuff out. So, yeah.
Wow. I would never figure someone in your demographic that would have tech challenges, but every generation has those that just don't do tech. I got it.
Can't.
Ari is also on Blast. She is officially a Blast member. Thank you for filling out the profile, Ari. She is also their podcast is Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the YouTube channel, so you can check them out and hear some of their antics. And where can people find you, Ari?
Well, TikTok, Instagram, Ari Nyx is my handle, but it's really not that complicated. It's like Nyx, like the makeup brand, so NYX. Not copyrighted or sponsored, just so you know. But just making that clear I'm just kidding. But, they could find me. I'll just start posting more. That's all I got to do. And then, got to get on them trends.
Yeah, I feel you. Well, we're here to help however we can, so you let us know if there's anything we can help you with. Before I let you go, what's the next thing you got coming up? Is that the Super Bowl you said?
Yes, the Super Bowl, I am doing a performance, which is, I am performing dumb, so it is like 3 minutes, but it's still a big deal because it's my first time doing it. That's not karaoke, so I gotta be on my A game, which I already will be, so you already know. But I also have an upcoming EP that will be out before the end of March. That's called Just Kids, and it's like 80s Stranger Things, Back to the Future type vibes. So yeah, we're gonna be banging with that.
Okay. Miss Carla says welcome to the family, so definitely bringing you in. She has her podcast actually after hours at 8:00 for Crazy Collars Concoction. All right, Miss Ari. Well, I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me. Definitely let us know when your next. Well, Dumb's already released, right? That's available on Apple Music.
Yes, that is available, and so is Again, and my EP X Files. So, I got like maybe 7 projects out. I just be doing too much at one time.
And when you say X-File, it's EX, right? Like your ex-boyfriend? Okay.
Yeah. I had to be careful with that one, Didn't want to get hit with that one. Shay was like, yeah, you might want to put an E in front of that. And I was like, okay.
No doubt. Well, Shay, thank you so much for taking good care of her. Thank you guys for the Tea Time podcast. And Ari, thank you for your time. And everybody, this is pretty much our time for tonight. I appreciate you coming to hang out with me and have this interview with Miss Ari. And definitely check us next week. Tonight, we have Crazy Carla at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And at 9, we have the Power Ups International. And definitely check out those shows. And remember to please be kind. Celebrate the difference to make a difference. I'm the Veep, and I will see you guys next week. God bless.